Hello, dear students. This is RHS Prasad, lecturer in chemistry, VSM College, Ramachandrapuram. Today, we are going to discuss about the analysis of finished products, part 2. In this analysis of steel. So, till now, we discussed about the analysis of steel. In that particularly we discussed about determination of carbon, silicon, sulfur and phosphorus in previous video. So in this video I wish to discuss the remaining constituents determination which are present in steel. They are determination of manganese, nickel, chromium and magnesium. So first, determination of manganese. So to determine the manganese which is present in steel sample, we can use a method called sodium bismuthate method. So here we need to dissolve 2 gram of sample in 50 ml 1:3 HNO3, then boil to expel the oxides of nitrogen. So after that we need to add 0.5 gram of sodium bismuthate. So after the addition of sodium bismuthate, the manganese which is present in the steel sample will be converted into permanganic acid. So its oxidation state increases to +7. After that we need to cool the solution and again add sodium bismuthate. If any manganese is present, so it will be converted totally into permanganic acid. Next, add known excess of iron to. Why? Because here Mn is in +7 state. So whenever you add iron 2 solution to it, then redox reaction takes place. So by using back titration method, you can estimate the manganese which is present in the steel sample in the presence of phosphoric acid. Then we can titrate it against KMnO4 solution, that is the excess iron 2 which is unreacted with permanganate can be determined by using KMnO4 solution, so which gives pink color endpoint. So this is the back titration method. So back titration is carried out. Next, we can use this formula to calculate the percentage of manganese, that is the normality of KMnO4 and the factor into 100 by weight of sample. So what should you do here? Just take the sample, dissolve it and then add sodium bismuthate so that manganese will be converted into permanganate. Add excess amount of iron 2 solution, then that iron 2 will react with permanganate, then excess amount of iron 2 can be determined by using KMnO4 titration method. So next constituents in steel is nickel. So how can we determine the nickel which is present in steel sample? As you know very well, in your first year inorganic chemistry experiments, I think you prepared nickel dimethyl glyaxime there. So same method is present here also. So well known one. So in this the reagent used is dimethyl glyaxime. So nickel can react with dimethyl glyaxime to form a pink color precipitate. Right. Take 1 gram of steel sample in a beaker, then add 1:1 HCl solution, that is 60 ml. Next 10 ml HNO3 solution. Next dilute it to 200 ml hot water. Shake thoroughly. After that we need to add 20 ml tartaric acid and neutralize it with ammonium hydroxide. So automatically it can filter, it can be filtered the residue and washed with hot water. Remove the excess alkali by acetic acid or HCl, either weak acid or by using strong acid. You need to remove the excess alkali. So after that you need to add 25 ml dilute DMG solution. DMG is nothing but it is a short form of dimethyl glyaxime. So generally 10 gram of DMG is present in 1 liter solution. So when nickel is precipitated as nickel dimethyl glyaxime, so add ammonium hydroxide solution to it and you need to heat it at 70 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. After that you need to cool it and then weigh. So you can calculate the percentage of nickel by using the formula weight of nickel dimethyl glyaxime into factor. This factor is nothing but atomic weight of nickel by molecular weight of nickel dimethyl glyaxime into 100 by weight of sample. So just I wish to conclude it. 1 gram of sample you need to dissolve by using HCl and HNO3 solution. So dilute it to 200 ml with hot water. Shake thoroughly. Add tartaric acid and neutralize with ammonium hydroxide because it is acidic solution. So filter the residue, wash with hot water, remove the excess alkali by acetic acid or HCl. Then add the reagent, that is dimethyl glyaxime. So after that filter, dry and weigh as nickel dimethyl glyaxime. Next one, determination of chromium. So this determination can be done by using a method called persulfate oxidation method. So here you need to take 1 gram of steel sample and you need to dissolve it by using acid mixture. After that add 5 to 10 ml HNO3. Then contents are evaporated. Then add hot water and filter the solution. Then the residue is dried and fused with sodium carbonate. It is added to the filtrate, mix thoroughly. Then dilute to 300 ml with hot water. Add silver nitrate solution 5 ml and 20 ml ammonium persulfate solution. After that it is boiled for 10 minutes, so until it gives pink color. After that add 5 ml 1:3 HCl, boil for 5 minutes until the pink color just disappears. So cool it, dilute to 400 ml with water. Next, add a known volume of iron to solution. So after this entire process, the chromium will be converted into its higher oxidation state, like chromium 6. Then it can be reduced by iron to solution, excess iron to solution. Then you can determine the excess iron to solution by using KMnO4 solution using back titration method. Okay, here what should you do? Simple, dissolve the sample, evaporate, fuse with sodium carbonate, add silver nitrate and ammonium persulfate, then add known excess volume of iron to. So by using redox titration method, using KMnO4 solution, you can determine the chromium by using back titration method. So last one in analysis of steel is determination of magnesium. So for the determination of magnesium, you can use a reagent called hydroxyquinoline. So the method is called as hydroxyquinoline method. So in this you can use the reagent 8-hydroxyquinoline. So in this you need to take the sample solution after removal of interferences like remaining metal ions. So add 1:1 ammonium hydroxide solution and then the reagent called 8-hydroxyquinoline. Then the magnesium can form the precipitate with 8-hydroxyquinoline in the presence of ammonium hydroxide. So the precipitate obtained is magnesium 8-hydroxyquinolate. Filter the precipitate, wash 10 times with hot dilute ammonium hydroxide solution. Dry the precipitate at 160 degrees Celsius and weigh it. And perform the blank determination also. If any interference is there, then you can estimate or you can eliminate it by using blank determination. So you can use the formula percentage of magnesium is equal to A minus B. A is nothing but the weight of the precipitate and B is the weight of the precipitate during blank determination. So A minus B gives the exact weight of the precipitate obtained due to the presence of magnesium into the factor, that is 0.0678 into percentage calculation 100 by weight of the sample will give the information about the percentage of magnesium which is present in the steel sample. So what should you do here? Just remove the interferences, take the solution, uh, just add ammonium hydroxide solution. So in the presence of ammonium hydroxide solution, 8-hydroxyquinoline can combined with magnesium to produce magnesium 8-hydroxyquinolate. So precipitate formation takes place. Then weigh the precipitate. If there are any interferences, then you can remove the interferences in calculations by using blank determination. This is the formula which is used to calculate percentage of magnesium. So these are the total uh, information about the determinations of different constituents which are present in steel sample. So determination of carbon, determination of silicon, determination of sulfur, determination of phosphorus, determination of manganese, nickel, chromium, and finally magnesium. So with this we have completed the analysis of steel. So today's daily question as assignment is explain the process for the determination of chromium in steel. Okay, thank you for your kind attention to this class.